I'm Cadbury.org. I'm back down to earth with an almighty pump. The last time I was out at an event, it was the Home Story Cup 5, a big invite tournament for StarCraft 2 with a $25,000 prize fund. Now I'm here at Uttoxeter covering an epic LAN, a small LAN for Call of Duty 4 and CSS, but I'm just a great guy like that. I just love games. Right, kidding, I don't love games, but anyway, let's crack on with it. And to my right, there's some sort of child's party thing going on, which I don't know if we want to get that on camera in case the authorities catch us. And it's been a pretty nice sunny day, nice and hot. Over there behind us, we've got also some sort of big gypsy camp that's come down, and they're having some celebratory beers and stuff. And I don't mean gypsy in a derogatory way, I mean travellers, whatever you prefer. I think gypsy's still okay. But anyway, I'm going to take you in because we've got one of the last UK sort of CSS events that's still running alongside an I series. And there's a few local teams, a few local players that have come. Not an amazing turnout, but some names that you will recognise. So I'm going to take you inside and give you the tour. You can see as well that there is a licensed bar on the premises. I think I'll just take you around there first because it's not much to look at, but I just want to give you an idea because, like I say, we are at Uttoxeter Racecourse, and this is where all the casuals are playing their games. And if you just come over here, it's going to be pretty dark all of a sudden, so I apologise about that. This is where they're going to be running the pub quiz, which is a very similar event to another LAN that we cover. But you can see... Yeah, we actually caught that, him lifting a table. That's the first thing he's lifted apart from a pint all day. But you can see as well, we got the bar just over there in the background. So this is where people like to come and sort of chill out and relax. A lot of casual gamers. These people aren't involved in the competition, aren't involved in the tournament. They've just come down for that kind of traditional LAN party kind of environment where, you know, you bring your PC 500 miles to sit in a dark room and do what you do at home, also in a dark room. This is the main area. You can see we've immediately been bombarded with some sort of sponsors material here. You can see some familiar names. We've got some overclocker stuff, the ever-friendly help desk there that sell us all the goodies that we like to eat while we're here. And then we're straight into the tournament area, which is going to be the CSS. Guys are over here. And there might be some games on at the moment, so I'm going to have a quick look. I can see you etched on. How's it going, man? You all right? We got a... The famous, I'm going to get it on the back. This is for all at HLTV.org, guys. Here he is, the great Gumster. I hope. Are you actually in a game right now? Are you playing?
No, I'm just playing a bit of deathmatch right now.
Deathmatch. It's about 5 years too late for deathmatch, mate. You know what I mean? But there you go. So you can see that he's playing with. That is the guy. That is the guy who makes all the great posts in the 1.6 community, and I'm sure you're well respected and revered. So and we can sort of obviously just missed something big happening here. Like, how's it going, Jake? You all right?
Yeah, man.
Avoided any trouble? No more fights?
Nah, we're not critical out in this land, so watch out for that, yeah?
We're going to come to that in a second because we have already missed some high drama. Hey lads, there's Avash as well as another popular person with the Cadred crew. But we've already missed some scuffles and kerfuffles because we only come down on the second day. We didn't want to come down for the groups because effectively it was a seeding tournament. They were going to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and basically just work out who was going to play each other and in what order again. Then, apparently late one night, there was a bit of an altercation involving some familiar names, and it's all been a bit heated. So today, the games have kind of got that extra element between two teams if they're going to meet each other. But this is the area. There's Tsunami there as well, and there's Blanks, the man behind Rasta Gaming. No damage here at this LAN, but there's another person that you may or may not be familiar with if you're in the UK scene. So this is the other setup that we've got here. And again, they've closed the bar down just to kind of set up the tournament area, which is, you know, fairly makeshift, if you like. It's kind of make do, but ultimately, you know, it's fairly spacious. The tables are nice and even. No one's complaining about these all-important things that do happen in LANs. And you can see as well, we've got another row here. Then over here we've got some more kind of PCs that are being used by various people. But as we get through here, we're coming into the Call of Duty area. Now, COD 4 has taken a bit of a hit. I don't think it's a big surprise to anybody to say that the Call of Duty scene is pretty much in its last days in COD 4. There needs to be a new iteration of the game. People aren't too sure what that's going to be, and indeed the Call of Duty 4 community are kind of getting a bit disheartened. They're thinking about maybe leaping into things like Global Offensive, Shoot Mania, new FPS titles. But this represents kind of a last hurrah, in particular for the UK COD 4 scene, and there are going to be some familiar names competing here. Already the tournament's gone on quite far, and there's a lot of familiar faces, which I'm not going to get into just yet, but there's a few guys that we've spent many a late night out drinking, and I'm sure there's going to be more of that here. the Call of Duty 4 scene really kind of want to send off their game in a good way. They've got very passionate players, very passionate support, and Epic Land's always been behind that. In fact, in terms of turnout and calibre of players here, it definitely matches CSS if it doesn't quite eclipse it. So it's a very competitive LAN. There's been some great games. They've had people here streaming and casting. Just realised they've stood outside the toilets. Probably he's not going to hang outside the toilets with a video camera either. See the thing about the bouncy castle earlier. So I'm going to show you the press area, which is where we're cooped up. And again, I stressed earlier how it was really, really warm. It's unbelievably hot in here. Like, it's so bad. Laptops blue screening left, right and centre. They gave us some fans, and you can see the setup we've got down here. If I just sneak past all this stuff, past all these wires and into this, I don't know what all the stuff is. These are like tills, obviously, for when they're doing regular racecourse business. But you can see down here that they're doing a stream there, and that's primarily for the COD 4. These guys down here are obviously doing more sort of streaming, monitoring. That's the equipment involved in that. There we got some Tech 9 shenanigans going on over here. And if you look, a player doing an interview, actually, nothing to do with it. Stress that. And over here, this is where Epic Radio have based themselves. And I was on the Joe show earlier, just promoting a little bit about what we do at CADRED and promoting their event. I definitely don't want to do my signing off piece in here because it's absolutely scorching. Not quite as bad as it was in Krefeld, which was the hottest day of the year in Germany. But there you go. So, what have we got? We've got a small community-focused LAN. We've got an event that probably represents some of the last we're going to see for CSS, and in particular the UK CSS scene, which is in kind of a transition at the moment. You've got a lot of mixed teams, you've got a lot of organisations looking to change it up. You've got an old guard kind of dipping their toe in and out of the water, and you've got a new guard coming through. What does that mean? Probably not a great deal, because ultimately with Global Offensive around the corner, I'm not sure the game has a lot of a shelf life left, and it's going to be interesting to see whether events like these are going to adopt that new title, continue to grow, continue to support a scene that, to be fair, hasn't given a lot back since it's been supported. Interestingly enough, in about an hour and a half, we've been told that they're going to make an announcement about the venue. That was what it said. I'm guessing that means they're going to be upscaling. You know, certainly hope so, because there are a few issues with doing it here. The internet's not great. It can be quite awkward to kind of, you know, get things set up, as you've probably seen. But the Epic LAN name is something that I'm sure is going to continue to grow whatever game it supports. Anyway, if you do stay tuned to the website, we're going to have lots of video interviews with all of the big name players that we can find. The few that are here, we'll certainly interview all of them for you. So do stay tuned. We're going to bring you all the coverage from Epic 9 here at Uttoxeter Racecourse.